The interpretation of dreams is very important, without which we will not have any understanding of dreams and how important a role dreams play in our lives. Dreams are one of the ways God uses to reveal the future and what the future says about our lives. In Genesis chapter 7, verses 5 to 11, we realize that Joseph, out of all the sons of Jacob, dreamed about sheaves in the field, and his sheaf arose, and his brother's sheaf arose, and made obeisance to his sheaf. He dreamt another dream, and again saw the sun and the moon and 11 stars made obeisance to him. So Joseph's dream was interpreted by his father and his brothers to mean that his family would come to bow down to him. Because of this interpretation, his brothers hated him, and his father rebuked him. In Genesis chapter 40, verses 1 to 23, the chief butler and the chief baker of the king of Egypt had offended their lord the king and were placed in prison. But whilst in prison, they each dreamt a dream in the same night. They had no understanding of the dream because they did not have an interpreter. The chief butler dreamt about vines and branches that brought forth grapes which were pressed into Pharaoh's cup. And he spoke to Joseph about his dream. The chief baker dreamt he had white baskets on his head, and birds came to eat the baked meats from it. Joseph brought great understanding to the chief butler and the chief baker by interpreting their dreams, and exactly what was told to them by Joseph came to pass. In Genesis chapter 41, verses 1 to 32, Pharaoh dreamt of what was about to happen in Egypt, and his spirit was troubled, and so he called the magicians of Egypt because he could not understand his dream. None that was called could interpret the dream except for Joseph, who interpreted the dream for Pharaoh, so that he understood its meaning and the solution to save Egypt. Dreams are a way that God communicates with man to show man his purpose, to show him what is about to happen in his life, and to show man what is about to happen in the nation. That is why interpretation of dreams is important, so that we can understand their meaning to find answers to our situations.